Hello everyone, Radar here with another grounded video, and in this video we're going to be going over the motel component of my Crimson Keep, complete with manager's office and little outdoor kind of eatery area. The old motel was only 2 stories tall and only faced in one direction. This one is 3 stories tall, and it is a front and a back, along with a walkthrough where the quote-unquote vending machines are. I don't know, there's 2 thumbs ups, but it's supposed to be this. No, it's not. It's supposed to be this. I'll figure it out. Along with the new spirally stairs that we got not long ago, and a floating roof effect as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to creative real quick, and we're going to start building. In creative, I've already laid out the floor. You notice I have the red clay foundations for your walking, and inside the rooms is the pebblet foundations. So let me switch to creative real quick, and we will get this built. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, and we're back. So you can see I've already got the ground, the foundations laid out on the ground, so I can kind of walk you through the quick, easy way to count this. But if you're doing this, it's 6 foundations. If you're doing including the walkway, by 12 long. So it is. We'll go ahead and get out some handrails because I'm going to do handrails anyway. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only did 2 coming off these corners. So 6 wide by 12 foundations long. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and get started. I did use a lot of, well, as you see, I've been using sturdy walls and all the builds around here, so that's what we're going to be using for this one as well. Trying to make sure they all face and orient in the correct direction. I will base this off of that building right there. Need to go that way. Now the motel's, yeah, this is a motel. Goes a little bit different than the previous one. The previous one was, like I said, 2 stories tall, facing one direction. This one's 3 stories tall, facing both ways. So what we're going to do is each room is 2 by 2. So we can start with this front corner up here. This front corner up here was not actually wanting to work as far as putting a door in. So instead of having a actual room here, I made it that room where most motels have, where you can have like a printer set up to where if you need to print something while you're away on a business trip, you can do that. But what I'm doing right now is just setting up the oh, come on, these rooms right here, which is just, like I said, 2 by 2. That's what the breakdown is right here. So I have 2 by 2 room right here, room 1 right here, and 1 right here. So what I do is I'm going to focus on one side. I'm not going to do the entire building because a lot of it's just rinse repeat. I'm going to focus on one side. Once I get it going, I'll pause, finish it, and then come back and show you guys how I did the roof, because the roof is a little bit of a floating effect. So the new sturdy window wall has that nice arched window versus the split window here. It's a nice arch on it. So this one has no door because this is technically the printer room. It just has a couple tables. Let me see if I can do the tables and lights like I did previously. Up with 2 tables. I'm gonna switch to first person, squat down, maybe move that a little closer to the wall, because I used to be able to do lights where I could attach them to the wall and have them kind of underneath the table and glow like that. But you got to put the table down first and then come back with the light, or else it's going to tell you, location obstructed, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, some chairs. I said 2. That's that first little room, which is directly across from the manager's office, which I'm going to include that in here as well. So now we'll do a roof. We'll just do all these in the same direction. And there is a balcony for the next floor. But the manager's office is actually 2 off of this wall. And the manager's office connects here. This is the walkway to get to that little elevated eatery area. I'm trying to find the right window. All right, at that corner right here, we had 2 windows and then a door. We want the hinge away from the windows like that. Yep. We're going to put another window right here on this side of the door, please. Thank you. Sturdy wall. And I do know it's a sturdy wall in the middle with windows on either side. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a window there and one more sturdy wall. Very small, very compact little area. The manager, of course, going to have a desk. That way you can come in, talk to whoever you got to talk to, get your keys, that kind of stuff. There's a chair. Light. Light by each window because there's a painting in the middle. Light over here by the door. Put up a couple paintings. Pictures, signs, notices, whatever you're going to call them. The manager's office is really simple. Very easy. Bam, done. Along with the walkway to get across. And once we get the first floor on this side done, I'll do the second floor real quick, complete that, and that's when I'll switch over. I'll pause and finish all the rooms off the video. I'm just going to keep that going. That's that walkthrough where we had the quote-unquote vending machines. Let's go ahead and get the door in place. I do recommend putting in all of your structures before you put in all of the decorations. The game is kind of picky when it wants to let you put structures next to decorations. Now, some of the areas in this building will let me do this. Many of them will not, so that's why they're all little boxes at the end of the bed. There's a light over here by the window. I put it kind of low. One up here next to the bed. Try to use that little notch right there. That's why it's important to have all the walls face the same way, so you can use the same little notch. The table. And the same thing, we're going to squat down, first person view, light, attach it to the very bottom of the wall underneath the table. The table then glows, and you have a room that's pretty well lit up. I'll move that down there next to those two little dots. So that's it. It's very simple. It's called a motel for a reason. This is the pass-through area, which I will go ahead and actually complete the little pass-through because it's fast. Making sure that the sturdy walls all face the same direction. And then this is where you can walk through if you have to get to the other side. You can do so. I need a couple of these guys. 2 on each side. Basically vending, ice machines, that kind of stuff. All right. Lights to keep it from being too dark in here. Excuse me. All right. So that's the pass-through. And then in my survival file, what you guys saw was I attached signs to the back of them and just put different pictures on them based on what was available. I obviously have far less available in here than I do in my survival file. Get these last two done real quick, then we'll do the spirally staircase going up. Make sure the floor is oriented the correct direction. I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way to the edge of the pebblet foundation right here. That's as far as I want to go. This is the walkway to get around. Going to get the... Oh, turn that around. And then right in the middle, because I know the rooms are 2 by 2, so you can look at the floor sections, 2 by 2. Look at the building over there. Yep, put that along the back. That's the back wall. Switch to my window. Window for this floor is on the left. Originally, the door pieces, the top of the doors went up through the wall, so the doors were offset. They've kind of since fixed that, but I still kind of like the offset thing myself. And then the same thing. We'll put a bed over here in this corner. The one little storage box. The table. And 3 lights. Put that light down there. Put that light. I always got to do to crouch first, because the game doesn't want to really let you crouch while you're trying to build. That room is done. The rooms go quick. I mean, it is just a motel after all. Not as fancy as the hotel that I have built over in the giant four-leaf clover that has been dubbed the Green Monster. That's a build series coming later on. Go ahead and crouch now. And I'm only going to do half of the next floor since it is literally rinse repeat before I just pause and finish the building off the video. All right, so let's go ahead and do the little walkway, which should be quick. Now we want to have the stairs. I want the stairs to be, I'm going to have them spin right here. So what you do is, one, don't make them halfway into the thing. And that's what you want. You want them to where you come up and you're on the second floor. And then, of course, there's handrails. Now, this part of the floor would actually continue and go that way as the walkway around. No clue where that just went. Or that. We'll go ahead and close in the little eatery area, little breakfast space. Wherever you get weather, though. Ooh. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to do these first two rooms right here, and then do the little eating area, and that'll be until then. I'll pause. Okay. Go ahead and rotate those. Which way we rotate these? That way. Always a good idea to check that stuff. Now, see, you can put the doors directly on top of each other since the door from the previous floor does not stick up through anymore. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just thinking, but the window sticks up more than the door now. Well, I'm just going to stick with the way I've been doing things. Balcony for the third floor. I'll use that for the there. For this the other set of stairs. All right, so let's open both these doors. It's going to be like the mirror image of the floor beneath it. I'm going to use that little notch right there. And I should have been in first. Oh, there we go. It works. All right, cool. All right, so that's that room. We're going to do the exact same thing in this room. Bed in the corner. Foot locker at the end of the bed. Pullover table in the corner. 3 lights. 1 light right here by that little notch on the wall. 1 light under the table. 1 light under the window. And then to get up to the next level, you actually would not put a handrail here because, well, that's where your stairs connect. Not on this floor, you wouldn't have those handrails there. That would go right there. That's how you get up to the third floor. So that's your stairs. They literally just stack on top of each other. This little area over here is just a little decorative area. So, you know, you have your breakfast bar type area. Stuff would be served on that. And then I would have a handrail, where to go? Right here to just kind of denote the edge of the eating area. There. So it's a small little eating area. There would be a light in the middle. Remember that. There's a light right here. And then the rest of what you've seen so far for the rooms is a rinse repeat for this side and the other side. I will go ahead and pause and build all 3 floors real quick and then show you how I did the roof. So give me a second. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, so the entire building is done. We're already up 3 floors above the ground. So you see we're facing both directions now. So we have the facing towards the basketball gym, this side facing towards the main building with the pass-through underneath. Some of these doors are still open, but you can see it's simply a couple of lights, table, bed, box. And that's how it is in every one of these. Now I'm going to open this. I need to open this door this way. You can jump on the door, hop up here. Now what I did for the roof was I'm looking for this. I went with clay foundations, so it would kind of match the top of the main building over there. I really can't have that stuff like that because I have to float a certain way. And of course, the grass floor underneath down there to so you don't look up and see straight through the hollow foundations. Now at the ends of the foundations, I did little half floors. Just to the edge on each end. And then came the tricky part, anchoring the roof correctly. Because I needed it to be like that, halfway up and halfway off. So you can see how it's halfway up the roof and then hanging halfway off. That's how I need it to go all the way around. And that'll provide me with just the right look that I'm going for. And then from there, I want to do I want to stop. There we go, just like that. And then come across, and it anchors in onto the little floors right there. Hang halfway off. Connect that to the edge correctly. And that is the roof with from the down there on the ground, it looks like it's floating. I was going for the floating roof look. I could have done less grass floors on the edge to make it look even more that way, but I didn't want to. But see, I went with the clay roof top so that from above, they matched. And there's even, I could have done even clay foundations right there to make this all really cohesive, but I didn't go that far. But that is the new motel. It's like I said, 3 stories tall now, front and back instead of just facing one direction. New spirally staircases, and a little bit more decorative design using the different color foundations. Got rid of the parking lot area since I've changed the way this whole area looks and works. But you see now we have that floating roof look to it, which still covers all the walkways and everything like that. So that is another component to the Crimson Keep. And if you guys like this content and would like to see more like it, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. And until the next video, you guys have a good one.